Alrighty. Good to see everybody. Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. You can call me Sleuth. Here's one of the items up for discussion today, at least on my end. It's open to suggestion on your end as well. Good to see you, Daily Survivor, Don Spain. What's going on? Driving to California. Safe travels, my friend. What's up, Cindy? So I definitely want to talk about these jackets and run a few things by you guys that I've been kind of going over in my head and a little bit in the Discord, not too much this morning, but a little bit, and see what you have to say about it. What's up, Jerry? I was talking about chickens today with the lady at the dispensary. She almost talked me into getting them. I was because we're already on the fence. Hey, what's up, Shane? Tech Death, what's up? You better be alive. Ah, ah, staying alive. Good to see you, Tech. Boston, what's up? Marbles, Karen Bentley, hello. Or better yet, hi. Julianne, hello. Jill, good to see you. What's up, Phil? Shane says, Tech, glad you're alive. Me too. Amelia, what's up? Kristen, what's going on? Okay, so the photo here on the left is from an older leak. I don't know if you guys remember it or not. It was this photo, a close up and a different angle on the shoe here. And then I think another, like a sock or something. What is the square white thing? This thing here? Square. I guess this is kind of a square, right? Well, I think it's Libby's or Abby's jacket. Well, technically, it would be Kelsey's jacket, but I think it's the jacket that Abby is wearing in this photo here. What's going on, Ziggy? Yeah, I figured that was a typo. Saska, Metal, what's up? 63, Cynthia, No Effects, what up? What do we think of Nancy Grace mentioning cat hair as confirmed evidence and Barb McDonald not correcting her to say that was a rumor? Can we? Oh man, I almost said, can we meow? I think I watched that Super Trooper movies too many times. Can we now confirm cat hair is real? I don't know. I don't know. From the very beginning, we knew there was a human element and a science element. So that ruled out blood, right? Because that would kind of fall into the human category. Also into the science, but you wouldn't say human, right? Ron Logan search warrant. What did it say? Unknown hair and unknown fibers. Didn't say human hair. And it might be on the Discovery Index. I never had a chance to look at that. I've just received a few pages here and there. Whatever's been kind of shown, just like you guys. I just have a habit of grabbing things when I see it. I'm like, oh, is that the index? And then I'll screenshot it and save it. What's up, Chris? The PCA said that BG is behind Abby on the bridge in Libby's video, but I've seen that clip. No Abby, just BG. But you do know it was edited, right? I don't know the best way to explain that, Chris. Here, let me try it with this with Paint Shop. Can you guys see that? All right, let's grab a pencil here. Okay, so you got the horizon right here. Let's say you got the bridge coming this direction. And you got the bridge guy right here. Then you got Abby right here. Then you got the trees and everything over here. And maybe some water. Well, law enforcement said we don't need all of that. We just need this right here. Crop. And that's what you get. So there's a whole lot going on there. Remember? Bursting. All of you folks in the TV business. What do you got? You know, and he makes like he's filming. He makes a L out of both his hands. You don't see what's over here, and you don't see what's over here. What's up, Witchcraft? Solar Chef Steph. How you doing? Don says, does anybody think the Georgia killer of Girl on the Trail could be the Rachel Morin killer? I don't know if I'm familiar with the Georgia killer. Aren't you driving? Eyes on the road, mister. I swear, me and my brother. You made me do it, bro. Don't make me do it. What's up, Danny? CJK, good to see you. Saska says, chickens are great to have, free range eggs anytime you like. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I figure I could just grease my neighbors, right? Here's a dozen eggs. Here's a dozen eggs. From this angle, I couldn't quite tell what it was. I thought it might have been a head covering or something the killer used to cover his mouth. But then what I did was I looked at it compared to the shoe. Compared to the shoe and the shirt there. So it's way too big to be like a beanie or something like that, right? So when you rotate it, for me anyway, I can start to see a sleeve here. Can you guys see that? And you kind of see maybe the bottom of another piece of the sleeve or the seam. And then the bottom of the jacket kind of folded underneath, sticking out right here. What do you guys think? Ducks. Dog eggs are bigger and better than chicken eggs. No ducks, they're loud. And they'll fly away. I don't know anything about ducks. What's going on? Anything I like? Anything I like. What do you think? What is this? I say it's Abby's hoodie balled up and thrown. It's kind of balled up and then folded underneath. You can kind of see the end of the sleeve here too. See it? Let's see. I did a little test. Maybe I should put both of them up. Hold on. Okay, so this is actually my gray jacket right here on the left. I just kind of balled it up and tried to make it look like that a little bit. And then I just kind of brightened it up. And I had my flash on really close and bright. And then I isolated it so you guys could just see it a little better. Now, on my photo here, all I did was tuck everything underneath. And you can kind of see the bulge here is very similar to this here. One thing that stands out in my photo is you can kind of see the lining here, the seams. I'm not quite sure that's what we're seeing here. What's up, Horihito? Hey, what's going on, Grunge Truck? You know what I was thinking about that today? I kind of got lost on what was really going on with the Delphi case, and sometimes you got to take pause and really think about it. But man, when you do that, you really get angry. Takes you to a dark place, and you can't really figure out how what could possess somebody to do something like this. It just doesn't make any sense, other than they're a complete cold-blooded. Definitely something wrong upstairs, right? Just a pure psychopath, really. What else could it be? What's up, Chopper? Good to see you.
Get to the chopper!
Sylvia? Solar says, at first it looked like a canvas bag of some sort to me, but this makes more sense. The jacket, I can't believe I'm just now putting that together. Yeah, me as well. And the problem is the photo was too bright. I had to kind of I messed a little bit with the contrast a little bit here, and it brought out the shading in this area. And then I just kind of rotated it a few times, and I was like, wow, that kind of looks like a sleeve. Then I said, well, this might be the end of the jacket, right? Kind of folded underneath. So I wonder, maybe this is the zipper from the other side over here. Maybe in this part right here. Okay. Once I catch up on the chat, we'll get into the second question. 63. Right meow. Right meow. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the cat hair thing. I mean, it would make sense. It could be another reason they wanted to get rid of the search warrant. Remember, we always thought they were digging in the fire pit. What if they weren't digging in the fire pit? What if they were digging near the fire pit? What's going on, Rescue? Welcome in. Not much, just hanging out. I'll be going live on Kristen's show, Behind the Crime Door, later tonight. Same MO. Can you shoot me an email later, Don? Let me know. I'll take a look. I'll give you my honest opinion. I know a lot about the Rachel Morin case. I covered it a lot on my channel. That's a horrible case, what happened to her. Man, she was full of life too. She was all over the place. I wish I had that kind of energy. And somebody just took it away. He had to have destroyed the clothes he was wearing that day, or they would have found something. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did find something during the search. We know what they found. We just don't know how important it is to the case, right? They're like, "Oh, we found all of these old cell phones and digital devices," and which isn't that strange. I have probably about 5 cell phones sitting around, and I don't even know why. They're just there. Old chargers that I don't even use. Some pack rat shit. Let's go. Oh, we got a super sticker. Thank you, NoFX. Appreciate that. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. Oh, good to see you, Wanda. Anything I like says, "What is the thing in the water in the shadow?" Oh, that person? That's the guy who took the photo. Most likely a searcher. Because he's either in the water or he's on the side of the water of the crime scene. Now, it's either some of the media members that got there very early, kind of at the very, and saw them find the crime scene. They were there when they found the girls. J. Kyle Keener, a couple of other folks that we've mentioned that were, you can kind of see them walking on the RTV6 chopper footage, those guys. So, but here it appears to be a search member, an official search member, not just a civilian, like maybe even one of those frogmen. Right. You can kind of see him. You can see his hand holding, I don't know if he's holding a phone or a camera. He's kind of holding his, you can see his fingers like he's holding a cell phone. He's kind of looking at it. So it could be media. Let me see if I have those images. All right. So we know from this tweet here, these are the folks who were up in the helicopter, right? RTV6. Now they post here Paris LaBelle, and this is at 12:40. And we know the girls were found at about 12:15. So they're arriving on scene at about 12:40, 12:45. We have a report by journalist, retired now, but his name was John Terhune. So they're already leaving at this point. And right when they're talking here with Brian and Jesse, this is Brian Mass and his dog Jesse. This is right at about 12:35. So now we know this is about 12:45. They just got finished interviewing. This is Terhune right here. They just finished interviewing Jesse. I'm sorry, Brian and Jesse. So could this be the person who took those photos and leaked? Because there apparently is another set of crime scene photos that's going around that maybe even a lot of folks haven't seen. And that could be what the defense is talking about. See, everybody takes for granted that, oh, I need to know about it if it's some factual information, right? So they're talking about leaks. What if there's a leak going on that's nowhere near our little circle here? You know, it's not circulating within the community, but somewhere else. You know, maybe some strange forums. But yeah, it's possible Terhune or this gentleman here could be responsible for the photos that we're looking at today. Hey, Anna, I got an idea, especially if Richard Allen is one. Richard Allen is the one. BG's clothes might have been old and ready to be discarded. We never see Richard Allen dressed like that in family photos. Yeah, it's like he didn't dress normally how he would dress. He kind of, I don't know, he dressed kind of strange. Like he wore like Adidas jumpsuits and shit. So everybody says, well, the bridge guy, everybody dresses like the bridge guy in Delphi. Well, maybe Richard Allen dressed to like everybody that day. I'm going to look like everyone. I'm going to put on a pair of old boots, some old jeans, you know, my old leather holster, this raggedy ass hoodie, and this blue jacket. Yeah, in my opinion, he was trying to wear a disguise. I still feel like it was premeditated. And I think Keegan Kline is probably more involved than we could imagine. I think that's the part that's going to be shocking, right? Everybody dismisses Keegan Kline because he would have talked by now or he would have been more of a cooperative, you know, it would have been more beneficial to his case. But what if he's like more of a hands-on part of the murders of Abby and Libby? Like, what if he was down there and part of this all? And we're just so dismissive about everything. Terhune, the real deal right here. Man, look at this lens right here. Fool could take a photo of your soul. So I don't know. Maybe they are responsible for this, maybe. And see, it's kind of tough because this is a reflection. I don't think it's a shadow. So I don't know how that works because it looks like the sun is coming from this angle. Not quite sure how the sun can be coming from this angle and him still cast a shadow in this direction. So he could possibly be on the shoreline, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Okay, second question. Could between 2:05 and 2:15, because we know that at 2:05 Abby is wearing the gray jacket. Okay, what if right after that photo, the girls, for whatever reason, they got 10 minutes to make this decision, right? Hey, I'm cold. Let me have that. Let me switch me, or I'll switch you. Or hey, that looks better. Let me wear that. Maybe she, for whatever reason, within those 10 minutes, is it possible that they changed jackets? Abby put on the hoodie, the Delphi swim team hoodie, and then Libby put on the gray jacket. So, what if, and this is a big what if it's not Libby filming right now, but it's Abby filming with Libby's phone? I think law enforcement would know that, right? Or what if that's what they were trying to hide? So this entire time we thought this was Abby's elbow, but shortly before this they changed, and this is Libby's elbow. Just a thought. Trying to figure out what the hell is going on with these jackets. It's mind-boggling. The Delphi swimming hoodie. What's up, Kitty? Abby's mother said Dr. Phil on an episode that people are saying Abby's all dressed up to meet someone, and she said no, that's not true. Abby is wearing her mom's old shirt that she wore all the time. Yeah, so what if she freaked out? What if she was meeting a boy? What if it was this Logan kid? And she's like, "Oh shit, this jacket kind of looks dingy. Switch me." She's like, "Let me wear that hoodie. It looks better. I just got a text. He's almost here." A change of clothes? Let's take a look. This is something I wanted to do with you guys, kind of part 2 of the bridge guy image analysis part. Let me just open up this application here. Oh gosh, Don. Jeez. That's horrible. Are you going to have to drive through that? Hey, Shadowbox, what's up? Good to see you, Aspen. Welcome on in. Chickens and ducks. Dizzy. Just bear with me a moment, guys. I'm trying to find a folder here. There it is. Okay, so one thing I've noticed when working with this image, can you guys see the kind of cascading effect? Kind of as if there's movement. Maybe he's moving his head from left to right. Whoops. Yeah, he does kind of look like he has a few layers. Something wrapped around his neck, too. What's up, ATS? Welcome on in. Rain Dancer, what's up? Brett, good to see you. I didn't see any chopper at all. I may have seen like a dot. And another thing, if... Here, let me pull that back up. Okay. So if all of Libby's clothes are right here, and her shirt is right here, that leads me to believe that she had to have taken off her hoodie before she crossed the water. How else would her shirt just be there and not her hoodie? Right? But what if her shirt and hoodie are there and we're looking right at them? She just happened to swap with Abby within that 10-minute window. Maybe, right? Depending on if this is Abby's jacket, which it looks like. And that would explain why Abby wasn't wearing the hoodie and why all of the clothing belonged to Libby here. It would make sense that she was wearing this. All I see is a mess. I wish I was better at this. Better at what? Having an opinion? It's just my opinion. Yeah, that's another question, Chopper. Why throw him in the river? So I don't think he threw him in the river because if he did, he would be drawing attention to himself. And where they're located, it's really not. It's right on the edge of the bank line. between the water and land. So they could have tried to run across the water, and then he forced them there, maybe even in the water. So it's possible why he's fighting with Libby. Abby is already up and up on top. We've heard from the beginning, they said, well, Abby never left her. She could have left if she wanted to. So maybe the killer did target Libby and was like, I'm going to do what I need to do here. I don't care what you're doing over there. Right? That's why she was fully clothed. He was attacking Libby. And she may have even ran. It's slippery out there. And if she didn't have her shoes on, maybe the only thing she did grab was the shoe with her phone in it. She's like, I'm going to need this. And barefooted, from what I've heard, you can walk better. And from my own experience walking on slimy rocks and lakes and rivers and things like that, that moss, it's easier when you're barefooted, because when you have those rubber soles, it's going to make you slip. So she has no shoes on at this point. She's at an advantage, really. And they could have been screaming and yelling. There was nobody there. Nobody living up there. Ron Logan's, he's doing whatever the hell he's doing. He's not even close by. He lives up on a hill. There's nobody on the trails at that moment. Everybody is all the way down by the Freedom Bridge, and nobody is on the Mears area at that point in time. So believe me, there was a lot of noise going on between Richard Allen, between the girls, all kinds of noise. There just was nobody to hear it. Anna says, looks like an undershirt. Yeah, let me pull up that image again. So I'll show you the one I did with my gray sweater. Or it's a light jacket. Notice the color. There's like little flares of like blue kind of popping out. Kind of see the same thing in this. Okay, before we get out of here, I wanted to show you guys this. Pink, blue. Yeah, that is Libby's t-shirt. That's her tie-dye shirt. Hey, what's up, V? Safe travels, eyes on the road. 100% sociopath. a madman. And Richard Allen kind of fits that, no, emotionless. Even when he's flopping around like a fish, he doesn't even smile. He doesn't do anything. All this pent up energy. What's going on, Vic? Maybe he just wanted to kill. All right, so let me duplicate this. Now let me zoom in first so I can show you guys. So can you see that? It's like a motion blur. It's like in different frames, they caught different parts of his face while maybe her camera was zooming in. And then you have the movement of both parties, right? The person you're trying to film and then the person who's filming. Both are moving. So you have like this cascading effect, like a deck of cards being spread out. So I wanted to try something with you guys. Yeah, especially nowadays, grunge, with all this technology. You ain't getting away with it. Okay, copy that. Let me see. What the heck? We'll just duplicate it. All right, we'll change the transparency to half. This way we can see through the top layer. But we'll also be able to overlay it and see the layer behind it. See that? So maybe see how you kind of have this layer or this cascading effect here, but it's not as strong here, or it's much stronger here than it is here. So you can even see some of his facial features. This looks like maybe his chin and his nostrils, like his head is back. So he might even be moving from side to side here. And you're getting all of it. You're getting his whole range of motion. But here it's not as good. It's almost even transparent a little bit. So all I'm trying to do is get close in to see what it was that whoever was working on this image and whoever did the editing for it, their end product to them was much better than what was presented to the public. You know, they're using these great computers, a nice big screen. It's very detailed. Then they send it over to ISP or to the investigators and they say, here, this is it. Well, they have to compress it so they can share it. I just want to get as close as to what they were looking at. What were their goals? What were they trying to do? What were they doing with the layers? You know, it's kind of like when you're making music. You have these great monitors, you have this high-tech equipment, you know, as if you're producing a music producer. You have these great headphones. You know, you can hear it all 3D. You can hear every little thing, a little pin drop. You're like, oh, I want to hear water, a sprinkle of salt in water. You know, in that studio environment, you can hear it. You can hear everything. You can hear a mouse fart in the background. But once you put out the product and people listen to it through their shitty headphones, they can't hear any of that. They just hear the rhythm. They're like, "Oh, this is a cool song." But to the producer, there's a whole lot going on that nobody gets to experience. And unfortunately, that's probably what was going on with these folks who were editing this video. I know one thing, they centered everything on the face. That's why it looks so crazy. And he looks like a octopus walking, with 10 legs. Because what they did was they centered the face here. Okay. So we'll add this layer back on. And we'll try to bring out some of those extra cascading facial features that aren't as prominent as the others. Oh, there we go. See, and then you have this one way out here. Let's bring this over the top of it. Let's see if it brings anything out. So there's the original. Excuse me. I don't know if it's helping or not. I feel like you guys might have a better view. Maybe I should zoom out. Let's try going up with it. Try to bring the face to match with the actual height of what we think Richard Allen would be, right? Am I right about there? Crazy. Picking up the cigarette good there. Oh, that's kind of weird, huh? All right. I'm going to close out in the chat with you guys. Just wanted to hang out for a little while. Don't forget to go check me out. Check me out with Kristen tonight. Behind the Crime Door. What's up, Sensei? Thank you, Metal. Looks like Metal hooked somebody up with a membership. Yeah, lethal injection. For sure. If he's found guilty for that, I agree. What's up, Justice? Rescue says the sharp fold in the shirt in the water photo confuses me. That's what it is. Yeah, if that's what it is. Thanks again, No Effects and Metal. Let me zip all the way down to the bottom. Who's that, Ivy? Frederica, what's up? A bland hick. Vic. That's funny. Did KK have an alibi for the time of the murders? His alibi was his phone. His phone was connected to a Wi-Fi and also tracked. He allowed himself to be tracked through Google. Is that convenient? Wait, what? Why is this so hard? Let's go to Kylie's comment here. There was a good question today stating that in the PCA it says that Bridge Guy was behind Abby on the bridge in the video. Yeah, the video. You guys aren't seeing the actual video. You're seeing a clip of the video, an edited version. But we don't see that. What do you think about that? I get that a lot, Kylie. You got to remember, Bridge Guy in Libby's video, he's tiny. He's in the background. They had to edit it, and they zoomed all the way in on him, cropped everything out around him, and then enlarged it. So you don't see Abby because they edited that part out. Yeah, but I get that question a lot. I got it earlier in the live stream. And it's easy for me to understand because I work with a lot of video and stuff like that, so I get it. It's all about perspective. Saska, what if Keegan's telling partial lies and he was waiting in a vehicle, just not for his dad? I don't know. I think it's possible he has a lot more to do with this. That would answer why he hasn't been such a good witness. You don't want to talk about it, right? I'm not going to tell on Richard Allen when I did more of the crime than he did. I'm going to hope that Richard Allen doesn't tell on me. Especially with all this recent talk of like photos of death and things like that. To me, that puts the whole snuff or money motive back on the table. Especially with Keegan going to Vegas and all of that, doing all that shady shit. Money motivates. Somebody's going to give him $100,000 for a bunch of disgusting stuff. What's $10,000, to hire somebody to do something or to help? But who knows? We always want the truth to match how horrible the crime is. But really, it's probably just Richard Allen. Whatever was going on, for whatever reason, the timing, they crossed paths. And he most likely was fantasizing about doing, if he's a lone wolf, he frequents that area. He probably even went down to the crime scene. And when he was down there, he probably thought, man, it would be easy. While he's down there lurking, he's watching all these kids coming, crossing the bridge, going back, watching people come, just living their lives, some good, some bad, maybe some doing some drugs down there, some just out for a hike. But throughout that process, he's probably fantasizing about it. He's like, man, once they cross that bridge, I can just get behind them and then force them across that creek. He's probably thinking nobody would ever think that they went back across the creek, and then I'll be right here at my favorite spot. And then one day he just did it. Good to see everybody. Welcome in, Ivy Rose. Sorry. You're going to have to go back, but that pretty much is it. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you a little bit later today I'll see you behind the crime door. How about that? Catch me at the crime door. How about that? It's a good question. Yeah, his mistake wrench truck, it bought him 6 years, but it will ultimately be his downfall. But I also believe if he didn't come forward early on, they would have caught on to who it was, right? So he was being proactive. All right, guys, until next time. Thank you for watching the Sleuth Intuition channel. If you are part of the replay crew, you know what to do. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay in the loop. Sleuth Intuition is 100% crowdfunded. If you want to support me and help my channel grow, here are 3 ways that you can help. Number 1, Cash App. The funds go directly to me without YouTube taking a percentage. Number 2, become a member. Members are by far the leading contributors to my channel. Number 3, hit up the merch shop. Represent the sleuth crew on these ruthless streets. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Sleuth Intuition channel. I'm your host, Patrick Vallejos. Until next time, peace.